Hello everybody, it's Saturday evening. I have no real life, so instead I'm making another video. My name is runner_xbt. Nothing in this video constitutes its financial advice. I'm just a Vasi that likes to run, who's making mildly below average content on Twitter and YouTube.com. And today I would like to talk about a topic that I see a lot on Twitter, on YouTube, Discord, etc. And I would like to call this video Midcurving. Right, so I'll be actually typing a lot of text in this video, but if you're watching this video, chances are you're probably a trader, or you think you are a trader, and I would like to make some sort of notes on what type of market participants I can think of. So we'll start with the easiest one, with the bonus edition. What I want to be talking about today is trade ideas and how to approach swing trades, but from the perspective of traders. I would like to consider myself, and hopefully, again, if you're watching this video, chances are you're one as well. You probably don't have experience market making, you're probably not Binance Cartel, but if you are, please DM. I would like to get a Binance socks or something. Then you have founders or developers, people making the projects that we're actually trading, and then we have bag holders, or also we can have one more. We can add one more. My content is definitely not made for investors, so if you're watching, sorry. I do treat everything I trade as a trade. I don't care if it's Bitcoin, IDEX, insert your favorite shitcoin. If something looks good or has a thesis, I'll trade it, and if it does not look good or is not going well or according to my plans or expectations, I cut it, right? That's why I added bonus edition, your girlfriend and boyfriend. If you want not to become a bag holder, you have to, the only person or the only thing you should be marrying is your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever you marry in this day and age, right? So yeah, as a trader, you want to take a setup, right? We have long short tools, so I'm not gonna cover that, but you have an idea what you want the thing to happen, and you should always have an invalidation, right? Because we all know the classic, and I'm sure a lot of us watching are guilty of this. Let's say you want to take a long and the chart goes something like this. You want to take a long, so this is your entry, but then the chart pumps, but then dies, but you didn't have a stop loss, so then your entry is around here, and then you're maybe averaging down because the price is going down, so you buy more, your average keeps going lower and lower, and it never recovers, right? For that example, I can show you why you do not want to do that. Why do you always want to have invalidation is a great example, is chart of Zcash. It basically doesn't matter where you bought this, you're underwater, unless you're holding this for some reason since 2020, since crash. And yeah, you're just not having fun. Not only you're down a lot on your purchases, you're also missing out on other opportunities. I assume everybody watching this video does not have unlimited capital. I assume you're trading your own capital, or maybe for a prop shop. But if your portfolio is not in 8 figures or whatever, you have no business bag holding something that's just looking like Zcash. So for that reason, as a trader, you always should have invalidation. You should take away your emotions at all times. So since we covered this, let me clear this up a bit. Binance Cartel, yeah, they're hunting your stop losses and whatever is helping people sleep on crypto Twitter. Nobody here is probably market making or has no experience with them anyways, so we'll delete that. And we are not investors, and no girlfriends and boyfriends. You're all single, stuck with me watching my videos on Saturday evening. So let's now cover founders and developers. So founders and developers are people who are actually building the projects, right? So we can go and open. You could go to like CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, and behind all of these projects there's somebody. Nice one, Solana. There's somebody behind that, a team. Maybe there's the same developers behind multiple projects, but that's not the idea for today's video. These guys are in the most examples, in their best interest is to build a good product, a good dApp that people are gonna use. Often you will hear stuff sentences like, we want to onboard X, Y, Z of users into crypto. We want this to become number one, this, Y, and that. That's basically just like any other business, right? They're entrepreneurs. They make money by the product doing well, generating revenue, or they obviously having equity or having their tokens locked and they all eventually unlock. So if the project has inception, their entry price is technically zero, and the project is doing well. This was not the best example, but maybe after 2 years, after year 1, year 2, year 3, they'll start getting some cliff unlocks or seed unlocks, and they're up a lot, so they can realize some P&L. That's how their job is paid. So again, then also if you have a successful project, people usually like you have a good reputation. A great example that comes to mind is Maki. I believe he founded back in the day, founded 0x Maki. He founded SushiSwap, and now he's locked. But now he's in layer 0, so that's Stargate and several other projects. But this guy comes to mind as one of the founders, developers. As a trader, what you should be paying attention to is founders or developers talking about price. If you've been on Twitter, single most bearish thing that can happen to a project is founders going on Twitter and posting stuff like, oh, look at our price of my token. Then so if team or developers are constantly commenting on price or celebrating pumps, it's not a good look. So if founders, developers should at all times, or I think it's better, that's my personal opinion, that they should completely ignore the price discussions, because then we have the bag holders, right? So you have Telegram chat rooms or Discord. So if the chart is going down, you will have bag holders going after founders and developers saying, oh, this is a scam, this is bullshit, this is not delivering. And the founders and developers are just trying to make a good product, but nobody cares. I mean, that's business, right? That's in every business that happens. They have a great idea, and simply they're not a good market product fit, and nobody cares. Shit, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so we have founders and developers. Do not talk about price. Focus on the product. You should always try to make the product the best. What that results in, though, is that you have projects that don't have that have decent marketing. So founders and developers often do not focus on price. They focus on delivering. For hyping up the price in social media, they have something called marketing team or business development or growth, right? Okay, we deleted them out of the way. Now I want to quickly cover bag holders. Bag holders are people, I mean, I'm guilty of this as well, but you have a chart that looks decent, right? Let's say you bought here, price is going up, correction up, and then 2022 happened, and this thing dies and is now consolidating around your entry for 2 years. And let's say this is beginning, I don't know why I guess I cannot go beyond 2032, but it's fine. Let's say price is consolidating, is in this area while everything else is pumping, and you're holding this dead bag in a small profit, or worse, obviously, at a loss. So this is a project that's been around for a long time. It's still posts some AMAs and doing some sort of social media presence, but you need to understand that attention in this market is so tiny. Like, there's very little projects that manage to keep the hype for 2 years, because guess what? There's scams launching every single day. I want to type this down. And you need to understand that, right? So let's say this project which you bought, and here at the top, obviously you did not sell, or maybe you sold a little bit, but you didn't sell as much as you should have in hindsight. But here you made unrealized, like this, if you sold everything here, you would have changed your life, you would have retired, whatever you want to call it, like you would be rich, you would have made it, right? But instead you're holding this scam and hoping like, oh, Like you can go something like devs are building, right? All sorts of coping mechanism sentences or statements that help you sleep at night. Reality is, it will never go to these highs ever again. Ever. Right? But instead of trying to be objective, these people say all type of stuff, all types of bizarre shit to make them basically feel better about their shitty decision not to take profit and still holding. So these are bag holders, and again, probably everybody here or a lot of us have experienced this before. The idea is not to repeat it again because attention is probably elsewhere. There is a reason why new coins are like every cycle there's newer coins doing well. Obviously there's some dinos doing recently relatively well, but of last cycle, if you look at Solana, Luna, these two, or Avalanche, these coins outperformed the older generation of altcoins like Neo, Dash, etc. So let's get out of the bag holders, and now we want to talk about traders, because this is who this YouTube channel essentially is tailored towards. And as a trader, I'll try to delete at least some of this. In a worst case scenario, I'll just pick a new chart. Okay, that wasn't that difficult. So as a trader, you can buy. If you're talking about different types of markets, let's assume you're trading on centralized exchanges. I don't do a lot of DEX stuff on. So I'll just stick to, let's say I'm trading on Binance currently. So on Binance, there's a lot of different products. You can trade spot and futures. If you have no clue what this is, you can watch another video I made earlier. But if you're trading futures, you can short and you can long. You can trade perpetuals, or you can trade quarterly contracts. Most of you will only basically deal with spot and USD margined perpetual contracts. And if you're trading spot, you technically cannot short. Very technically, the idea how to make money on spot is to buy low, sell high, then maybe buy the dip and try to sell higher, right? But this is also a great way to become a bag holder, because you scale down into something that's just gonna keep bleeding down. But if you're trading perps, you can obviously short. You can basically make. I would summarize it as quickly as you make money when you're shorting. You make money when price goes down or goes in the direction that you want to take it. So as a trader, there's a million ways to make money. There's some people trading technical analysis. They'll see all sorts of shit, like people drawing whatever type of triangles and saying, doing some Fibonacci, wrong tool, like doing all sort of stuff. People doing, I don't even know what to call this. So some people trade technical analysis. A lot of traders use price action patterns. Some people like me might use order flow, but order flow is obviously not useful for something that's on spot only. In this example, I would like to talk quickly about IDEX, which is, for context, because context is very important, something I discuss all the time. So IDEX at current, as I'm recording this video, $52 million market cap, FDV is slightly higher, volume is just below 50%, price is down a bit, and volume is down significantly. Most of the volume is done on centralized exchanges. If you're really interested in seeing which exchanges are doing the volume, you can look at markets. Some BitTrue. I'm not sure how true data from BitTrue is, but then we have Binance, we have Coinbase, Femex, blah 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 blah. Then we can look on which dexes on their native dex, so you can see how much volume is done. Market cap, all these fancy numbers, all these fancy numbers. Same goes for CoinGecko. You can look up the same data. So I really want to talk about I'll see if I can quickly pull up. Probably will not, because they're very active on social media. But a few weeks ago, it's actually been, I believe it was like February or March. I'm not sure when, or it was definitely March. IDEX on social media, they announced that they're gonna do a V4 launch, and now they have it branded as launching DeFi Summer 2023. But basically they started posting about it. I'll want to show it when, because you can see it on the chart. I think the first mention of like the upcoming news, apologies for my nose, is here, right? Price rallied a lot in percentage terms, 65%, which is a big move for the bear market, right? We're still in bear market. This is an eco bubble, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we have, how I approach trades is, okay, we have IDEX that said that they're gonna launch a lot of stuff. So what you can do then is go on Twitter, or I'll show you exactly what I did, right? I'll go on weekly and I'll look at all the history. So on IDEX, I see what is very what is very common with IDEX is look at these. We're on weekly charts. Look at this. Wick. Like I'm quacking like a fucking duck now, but like massive wick. I hope it's obvious what I'm trying to showcase, right? So what I did now is, and all of these at the highs, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna draw them just for the sake of you realizing a lot of wicks, right? What you can now do is, this is a chart from 2020. I went on Twitter and I went on Discord and I looked what happened on these dates. I'll give you a very quick summary. Okay, so all these wicks were some sort of news or catalyst or new pairs, something like, you could basically summarize it: new catalyst, good marketing work, right? That's the reason all these wicks. You can backtest it. You can literally go, I'm not gonna Google it because I'm sure you can Google it, but Binance announcements, Binance, because it's listed on Binance, right? Like, there's a staking was announced. This mega pump was a USDT pair launch. So it's like, what I'm suggesting here is not even that difficult in terms of how much time this would take you, right? Like, you can do it, whatever. You can do this on your own. So that's basically looking at the history, right? This is just looking at the past. Currently, we're in a market where IDEX was slightly underperforming this year. Until, it went up, but considering how small of a market cap, you would have expected a bigger move if you're just a trader. I'm not talking about you being a founder of IDEX or affiliate of IDEX. By the way, this video is not sponsored by IDEX. I'm just a trader who traded this since 2021. I took first trade on this more than 2 years ago. So I kind of studied how this thing moves, right? A lot of these wicks on daily as well. So here, again, the big announcement was, or not the big announcement, said something is coming soon, right? So what I did essentially was, ever since they announced it, I managed to catch a small long here as well. It's spot only, but ever since then, I've seen that I might actually, let me do this. Let me add volume. Yeah, perfect. So ever since I saw, let me go to like 4-hour chart. When I saw volumes decreasing on this move up, you can see it very clearly. Volumes basically going back to zero. Every day I was just simply buying a little bit. Every single day. And yeah, volume was not great. Liquidity was not great. But, and like I know I said trader always should have an invalidation, but I believed that when this was first announced, again, this area, 70% pump, then eventually we are going to have an announcement again, right? Something, anything, because again, if I backtest this, all these pumps, announcement, 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 blah, 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 blah. So I was waiting for announcement, because even if I bought, the idea is, even if I buy here, let's say 58, or if I buy 52, or if I buy, fuck it, even 62, anywhere, on a good announcement, which IDEX team always does well, I should get an exit in profit. And I don't have to worry about, oh, did I catch the bottom? Did I not catch the bottom? Right? So if I'm gonna call it, it did 2x basically in 4 days. That's the point of what I'm trying to show here. So what you can do, and there's quite a lot of edge in this. Example is IDEX in this one because it's a very recent example. But there is so many coins on Binance or other exchanges for that matter. Actually, I believe you can do this. 1 second. Yeah, you can look at all the markets traded and on Binance by volume, and you can look at the coins that did the least. Wait, this is not right. Idea is, I don't understand why it just shows the cool coins. You can go on Binance and look at everything they have listed, and they have a bunch, right? This is BTC pairs, let's do USDT. There's a bunch of stuff. And respectfully, and I hope nobody gets offended, if you're waiting for someone else to tell you that there is something in terms of catalyst and news coming up, you're already fucking exit liquidity. On IDEX, let's measure this, since the announcement, even if you bought the top, which is a very difficult thing to do, congratulations if you did. Let's say you had 2 months to accumulate. 2 damn months. Because you had an idea, they said I believe they said something like in May or in June. So you have all the time to buy, and the idea is to try to sort of front run the others. And then you have the move. So you can go on Binance, look at stuff that does not have that big of a market cap, look at stuff that's actually building and who gets the business, who understands the marketing. Because this, if anything, I would like to give like a shout out in this video to Victor, Pancakes Bra, and all Kuro and all the guys at the IDEX team that you see on crypto Twitter all the time, because they understand marketing. So I'll give you a summary, might be let me do it like this. I think this is a decent playbook. Maybe I'll just add, like in this trade, again, you had 2 months to accumulate. There's no one to blame. It was 30 million market cap with a lot of pumpamentals coming up. Everything was public. Everything was public. You didn't have to do some quests. You didn't need to have a connect. All you need to do is look at what's happening in the market and don't be lazy. I believe there's around 300 pairs on Binance right now, and a lot of them are building. I know it's like a meme, right? And this is sort of why I'm doing this video, because you get a lot of shit on Twitter from bigger accounts saying, why would you shill And obviously I didn't even talk about it that much, or any other people, because you cannot really talk about a smaller cap project like this with pretty bad liquidity. But I hope the idea is very clear and strong that what was the purpose of this video. So I see a lot of people, instead of trying to make money and trying to, you know, if you want to call this edge, which it's not, it's just not being lazy, they're just fucking making up excuses why not to take a trade. And I just don't get it. But it's becoming very popular on crypto Twitter to be lazy and expect everybody to hand you a 2x on a silver platter. Yeah. Yeah, if you I guess the quick summary could be, there's not much happening right now in the market. Try to take advantage of it and do research. And there's a lot of trading opportunities every day in the market. There's a lot of good money to be made in these markets every single day. But if you expect to go on Twitter and copy trade someone like Saka, Avavat, or Nacho, which are all three are great traders, but you're probably not buying the bottom. That's my fucking point. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.